Greetings! This is the Forgotten Prime, and I'm doing another rant. I got done not too long ago doing the Avengers rant, and I figure being I'm in a ranting mood, I might as well continue. And for the longest time, I thought they were just going to be joke images, and I wouldn't have to really say anything. But then today I found out on the regular news, which I hate watching because it's usually bad news. That's the reason why I don't like politics, because it's the fact that it's all over the fucking TV and news. I stopped watching mainstream television, stuck myself on the internet so I could play my games and watch the shows that I actually liked, that didn't feel like I was being preached to on a daily basis, because I take things too seriously, and I do. I'll admit that. But I am passionate for the things that I like, and yet everywhere I look, those things that I like have become a super stereotype that if you aren't with a particular set group, you're a bad guy. And that's wrong. Don't think that way. But yet, this isn't about that. This video is about how monopolyism is becoming a plague. And one particular company is making me very uneasy, because everything that they've been putting out is very divisive. Disney has been buying up companies left and right. Lucasfilms, Pixar, Fox, Marvel, ABC, Pixar, ESPN, Lucasfilm, and it continues. And then now Hulu. Yeah, I don't have an image that has Hulu in it, but they're buying up companies left and right and changing their mechanics. The Fox films that are rated R are most likely going to be streamed uh, to Hulu as exclusives, as where like Marvel, the PG-13s will be on the new Disney stream. Uh, that it's like they are getting money from way too many different sources, and they're driving the franchises into the ground by pushing their own politics into these things. That's where it's like they don't care. They think that people are just going to throw them money, because of the fact that that's what people have been doing for all these years lately, because of the fact that people have been liking what they've been putting out. And they think, okay, we could just milk this like we do pets. No, you can't do that, because people are individuals. We're not all robots. We're not all set in that same zone. And that's where you guys are making the biggest fucking mistake. You're pushing this stuff that now to people who don't buy those franchises. And when you crash and burn, I'm going to be the one that's going to be laughing. Because the products that you've appropriated are going to be dirt cheap at that point, and people are going to jump on them and buy them back out and fix the nightmares that you've created. At least that's my hope, and not making it worse. But yet, in this era, It seems that everybody has their own agendas and their own goals. And I don't understand that. I don't have an agenda. I don't have goals. I do have goals, but I don't want to force people to help me with them. It's like it's insane that you guys want stuff without doing the work, and yet you've amassed an empire, and you're thinking that, okay, if we put a little bit of money in it and we'll throw a big label on it, Marvel, people will come. Like that film, the Field of Dreams. Yeah, the Field of Dreams. You if you build it, they will come. Uh, I'm still itching my head. Literally. What you're building, no one will come. I won't. Disney, I used to think that you were a honest company that believed in the true values of Walt Disney, but it looks like you don't. You you look at franchises as money dollar signs. You have officially turned into Scrooge McDuck. And I am going to say this: without the consumer, you do not make any money. And this consumer says, stop now while you're ahead, take a step back, and reevaluate your goals. Because if you follow this path, if you continue following this path, you will crash and burn. I'm not trying to be mean. None of us are. None of us, those of us that are talking on these videos, we aren't making these videos to be mean to anyone of any sex, race, religion, what have you. We're not doing this to be mean. We are trying to say that if you keep putting nonsense into stories, you won't have good stories. And you people are thinking, a lot of people are thinking, what nonsense? Uh, the nonsense is forced derivatory. Uh, the representation shit. If you want something in a franchise, make it yourself. Stop gender swapping. Stop skin changing. Stop all of it. Stop it right now. All you're doing is making it worse. Because the fact that you're signaling, saying, hey, look at me, I'm changing it to this. No, stop that. Make a new character. That's what I did. If I wanted a character to be in the Marvel universe, when I was a kid, I made my own character. Because I was a super geek. And I still am. I still have his bio in my files, in my head. And yet, right now, if he were in your Marvel universe, he'd find a means to leave it as fast as he fucking could. Because he doesn't like any of you. I don't like you. Because the fact that you guys judge people. I don't judge. That's wrong. And that's what you people are doing. You're forcing everything to bend to your wills. And companies are bending to you with money. Oh, Disney. When I saw that you were doing the Studio Ghibli line, and I was ecstatic. I'm like, yes, finally they're actually broadening their mind, admitting that the Japanese have badass skills at telling a story with cell animation. And then you guys start changing things. You started to follow a very wrong path. It's not left side, right side, who's right, who's wrong. It don't matter. Politics are in, yes, general society. We don't need it in our stories. We don't need it in our games. We don't need it in our books. We don't need it in our comic books. We just need good character-driven stories. We don't need an oligarchy. We don't need a company to say, okay, we brought all of this into one spot, but we're making it our way. If you want the stories to be your way, make your own stuff. Stop it right here. This is my suggestion right now. To stop where you're at now and say, okay, this is our late April's Fool's joke. We're going to redo Captain Marvel and this film, Endgame, this last film, Endgame, and give us the story that I thought you guys were, from the way I was looking at the story, you're going to go the ultimate timeline styled story. I was expecting Nick Fury to lose his eye via Wolverine, but no, you give him his eye to a fucking cat. No. You killed the mystique in him. You've made a Big Lebowski out of Thor. You made a coward out of Captain America. In the comic books, you made him a Nazi. I'm done with your opinions and your agendas to try to change what was already set in stone. You are naughty. It's not like it's like somebody saying, let's redo the Mona Lisa and make it modern day. Nobody would dare fucking do it. Nobody would dare. Nobody would dare to take the the Louvre and say, okay, this is owned via France now. Nobody would dare do that. You guys are insane. And until you guys figure that out, you don't deserve the companies that you bought out. Greed does not conduce to good storytelling. It kills it. Without respect, we reject. And our wallets are sealed until you give us respect.